are talking this morning about the best places to live. That U.S. News and World Report's list is now out, and 3 Minnesota cities are in the top 50. 15 cities in Minnesota made the list.
So Plymouth ranked the highest here among Minnesota cities. It placed 17th, the 17th best place to live in the nation.
Okay, so that means that U.S. News and World Reports thinks Plymouth is the best place to live in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, it does. They say that's the best place to live in Minnesota.
Okay.
Have you heard of John Creek, Georgia before?
Nope. How about? I have heard of Carmel, Indiana.
Yeah,
that's where my husband's business is headquartered.
Is it Carmel or Carmel?
It's Carmel.
It's Carmel.
So I think it's we've had this discussion actually.
About the pronunciation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're closer to it's Carmel.
There. Yeah, I've heard both.
Yeah.
You've heard both.
Carmel is
Carmel
is the fancy one.
Carmel. I have to go down to Carmel.
Yes. Yes.
If I was to guess, I would just go with Carmel. I mean.
Yeah. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's Carmel.
Real quick, I think we should go through, so what, like the criteria here, they looked at quality of life, so think education, think your healthcare economy, value, housing affordability, the cost of living where you ever may be, desirability, how is the weather there? Is the weather good?
That's why we didn't rank any higher.
Okay, well 17 is pretty good given all the elements in Minnesota, right?
I mean,
That's pretty good.
Lovely summers.
And then job market.
Minus the air quality.
Yeah, besides the air quality today. Yeah. And then job market, unemployment, how many people, what's your income here too? So that's the criteria they looked at.
So our next one, Maple Grove.
Oh, okay. We got
MG coming in at number 40.
It's the Bears there, isn't it? It's the Bears. People want to see the Bears.
The Bears.
The Black Bears.
We have a coworker that comes in every morning just praising Maple Grove. He's like, I love the places to eat. There's the parks.
Okay. Number 46, he's telling us don't give away the secret of the MG.
Too late, Ron. Sorry, it's too late.
Number 46, the EP.
Eden Prairie.
Eden Prairie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some good stuff,
these are the ones that made to the top 50.
Yeah.
After that, we get into your Woodburys, your Rochesters, your Egans, your Mankato's, your Blaines, your Bloomingtons, your Duluths. Right?
That's pretty good, though. That's a good selection of cities.
Good.
Was Eau Claire the first one there in Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's why I put Eau Claire. Eau Claire came in.
You just made it.
Just made
49,
it. At number 49. Eau Claire, that's your only one in Wisconsin, but Ankeny, Iowa.
Hey, Iowa.
Neighbors.
Nice
Ankeny,
job.
Iowa. West Des Moines, Iowa. U.S. News likes Iowa.
How about Sioux Falls, South Dakota?
Falls.
That came in at 39 on the list.
Okay. Bismarck, I've never been there.
I'm sure it's lovely, especially in the wintertime.
48. That came in 48.
I'm not surprised to hear this number of Minnesota cities, though.
Plymouth, Maple Grove, Eden Prairie, they do, Chanhassen, Chaska, those ones, aren't they on every list?
You know what I feel like, though? I feel like you could replace easily, some of those cities and put Woodbury in there, too.
Yeah.
Right? It's all interchangeable.
Woodbury's 54.
I'm just kind of surprised there's not, a good lake community.
Minnetonka?
Well, they do look at affordability.
Yeah,
so
which is part of it.
Is a big thing.
That took it down. Okay.
So that's a big part
sense,
of what they look at. So on those lakes, when you get to those nicer spots on those lakes, prices can go up there.
Brainerd's not going to be on their East Lake. They got priced out, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
East Coast.
What are your thoughts? Drop us a comment below. We want to hear from you.
It may seem as if bad drivers are all over the place, especially with all of our summer construction.
But now a new report from Allstate reveals which states have the safest drivers and which states have the worst drivers. I thought drivers in Minnesota,
I think they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
I think so.
I thought so too, at least compared to other parts of the country. I thought that
we're probably handling the winter snow. I guarantee we have to be a lot better than a lot of states.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you test us in the winter, I would say that's probably pretty
so good. They looked at 200 spots, Allstate did, and found we were 160. That seems really high.
You were surprised to hear that?
I was. I thought we would do better, but then I saw how they measured good and bad drivers. And they measure good and bad drivers. This is Allstate, so it's an insurance company, so they have crash statistics. So what they do is they measure how often people get in crashes.
Right. So the average they found was what?
That's necessarily the greatest definition of good or bad driver, but the average is people get into a crash about every 10 and a half years.
Okay, trust tree all the branches. How do you fare compared to that?
Oh gosh, a crash? Oh, yeah. I did. I backed into I was trying to pick up my daughter from school. I was rushing. I backed into somebody. I wasn't paying attention, and that was probably 2 years ago in the parking lot.
Was it a crash though?
Parking lot.
It was like where you heard it. It was like there was no damage to my car, and there wasn't a ton to hers, but it was moving slowly. But it was one of those that you just hear and you're like, ah.
You knew.
Yeah. So yeah. But before that, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Joseph?
I've never been in an accident.
Oh, good for you.
My whole time. Yeah. I did.
Nice.
I did. Okay, I did get hit in a Whole Foods parking lot. I was already parked. I was just in my car, and they hit me there.
You told us about that.
And then I have clipped a post, so I'm not hedging. But I've never been in like an actual accident.
Okay, how about you?
Yeah, I've been in a crash before. Well, someone hit me this was just a couple months ago when I had to get my bumper. I'm heading to work and someone hit me from the back and I spun out and had to do the whole thing.
The more I talk about this, the more
Are we not talking about the roundabout?
No,
that doesn't count.
the roundabout doesn't count.
Yeah.
No. Do you remember when I was on my way to work?
I
this
do.
was this
I remember
season.
that, but I also remember when you got stuck in the roundabout
I don't
for
know
6
why.
hours.
This was not.
You won't remember
just
that.
wanted to bring.
This was like 2 or 3 years ago. It was
This is
winter,
like.
and he
I
got
feel
stuck.
like a public whipping boy again.
There was no contact with other vehicles in that one, right?
No, it was a really, really icy morning. This was like the iciest morning of the season.
It was.
So maybe winter actually hurts our score.
It probably does, right?
Yeah.
You know, but
Okay.
I still hold true that we are better drivers in the
But
world.
you know what?
Okay, yeah.
This explains why Texas had the top score.
Texas does very well. Boston, you're crashing every 3 years.
Yeah,
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Knock it off. We want you to join the conversation, so leave a comment below. Let us know what you think.
So we know we got a variety of places to visit in the United States.
Sure do.
What place?
And now there's a new YouGov survey, shows the average number of states that Americans have visited. They say they visited 16 other states besides the one they currently live in.
Hopefully that travel cheers them up and gets
Well,
them out of that
hopefully.
depression.
Yeah.
Mr. Pilot, Mr. Pilot here, our resident pilot along with meteorologist. How many states have you been to, Adam?
31.
31.
Goal is to get to all 50. And since this job has us moving around as well, my goal always is to at least travel every bordering state.
Okay, so have you done North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Wisconsin?
Montana?
No.
Okay.
So I still need to travel more across the upper Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've only been here for 2 years, and there's plenty to travel around the Twin
We'll give you
Cities
grace
in and of itself.
Have you been to Wisconsin?
Yes.
Okay.
Wisconsin, Iowa, but yeah, westward, not really. That's like one of my gap areas. New England is also a gap area.
See, New England, though, that's when you could just hit like 5 states.
At one time.
Like in like a 3-day stretch.
It was interesting because the study said that like the percentage of people was like 20% of people that actually done that actually visited all of those states. So more people need to be visiting all those states out
How
there.
about you guys?
Where are you at?
41.
Hey!
Wow, nicely done. Okay.
Nicely done.
I did after college a 3-week road trip. And so that's where I got a lot of my your Alabamas, your Mississippis, Texas. Like I was able to go.
Oh, you did the whole.
Right. But where my gap is in the I haven't done Idaho, Montana, Kansas, Kentucky. Like there's just the ones right in the middle.
You have to make it a specific trip to get there.
Yeah. What are you at?
I'm at 37.
Okay.
And I'm similar to you. I've got to get Utah, Wyoming, the cluster of 4 right there.
Yes.
Montana's in there.
Yeah.
And then I also have to hit the upper mid, the northeast, excuse me.
Have you done Alaska?
I've done Alaska before.
Okay.
12% I think had done Alaska before.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you've done Arizona?
Yep, we did
Arizona?
Arizona.
So yes, Arizona's pretty. Not New Mexico though.
Not New Mexico.
Still need to get that
I haven't done that one either.
I've done Mexico.
Okay, so what do you think the number 1 state most people have been to is? This actually was not a surprise. Number 1
Continental United States?
Number 1 and number 2.
I knew this one.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yes.
Right? Beaches
So
of course.
Yeah, 64% of people have visited Florida. After that, it was New York.
I would have said D.C.
Oh, yeah.
DC was right behind New York.
Okay, makes sense then.
Then Texas, then California.
What about the Midwest? How do we fare in the Midwest? How many people are visiting the Midwest?
Many people are similar to Adam Del Rosso.
And they say, well.
Adam Del Rosso is not out of the norm. Only 14 people have visited North Dakota.
Again, same thing. I feel like you have to make it a point to go there.
Yeah.
It's not just on the way to something.
In South Dakota, they go into the Corn Palace?
They go to the Badlands out there.
Badlands?
They I mean, Mount Rushmore.
We should ask Sean, one of our production crew. He's from South Dakota.
Yeah.
Where people go there.
28% of
Black Hill Slabs, he says.
Yeah. 28% of you have been to Minnesota. Mm-hmm. So, welcome. Welcome, friends. Thank you for visiting.
And 23% have gone to Iowa.
Okay.
So we're doing better than Iowa. We
are.
got that going for
Maybe
us.
they've
Low
gone
bar.
to the Iowa State Fair. Adam.
Sorry, Iowa.
We hope you enjoyed WCCO's Talk of the Table. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more WCCO news.